G'day, I'm Stephen Page from Page, Proven Family and Fertility Lawyers, and this video is one of a series of videos being the 10 steps I've learned about surrogacy since 1988. My first surrogacy case was in 1988, which might be before you were born, as I've discovered with quite a few of my clients. And since then, I've advised, as best I can estimate, in 1,968 surrogacy journeys for clients throughout Australia and, at last count, 38 countries overseas. So this video is video number 4, and it's Judicial Oversight should be the backstop. What happens if something goes wrong? Let's say that there is a fallout between the surrogate and the intended parents. How do we fix that? Well, the starting point in my view is, as I've said in video 2, there should be clear rules, so it's clear who does what, and as I've said in video 3, there should be clear protection of human rights and certainty through a contract. But sometimes there may not be a binding contract. Sometimes the law in this area may be uncertain because we're really at the cutting edge of society and cutting edge of law. And the law, as we all know, lags behind changes in society. So what happens if there's a fallout? What do we do? How do we fix it? And the simple answer is we rely on judges to fix it. Now, their fix might be there's a contract. Well, it's as per the contract, and we've seen that happen in California, for example. It might be there's not a contract, and the judge has to look at how do I protect the interests of this child. And certainly what I've seen when others have thrust their surrogacy messes onto my desk and said, look, there's been a problem in this case. We know you haven't handled this, but could you please fix this? I'm glad that hasn't happened for a few years because it's never fun. But what have I seen from that? What I've seen is judges. One case was a judge of what's now the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia. I've seen it with judges of the Children's Court of Queensland and the Family Court of Australia and of the County Court of Victoria and the Youth Court of South Australia. So it didn't matter whether they were specialised in doing family law. These were judges who did, broad application matters, often from a criminal law background. What are they focused on? Their number one focus is on that baby. And they want to make sure that baby is okay and is being cared for okay. And so far as they can do it, that baby has certainty of parentage. And they also want to focus on try not to do more harm. And so they're trying to focus on how do we fit the intended parents in here? How do we fit the surrogate in here? Because sometimes these disputes, by the time they get to that point, are really complex, and if they haven't been prepared properly at the beginning, then they can go off kilter. And it may not be anyone's particular fault, but then we end up with this mess. So I've been quite surprised about how sensitive judges have been to this and how they work very sensitively to right the boat so it can float again and this child can have certainty of parentage. So we should be very proud of having an independent judiciary in Australia and in those countries that have an independent judiciary, that judges certainly try to do their best by the children and the parties. And we're very lucky to have them. So, thank you for watching. I'm Stephen Page from Page, Proven Family and Fertility Lawyers.